All right, y'all. We're going to get right into it, man. We're going to talk about WWE SummerSlam. Night 1, 2025. Obviously, crazy ending to the show, as we all just saw. Seth Rollins pulling a Kevin Nash, as I would call it. You know, if you know, you know. But nah, Seth Rollins is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, CM Punk and Gunther went at it in the main event. CM Punk got his ass whooped 85, 95% of the match. Was able to make a little comeback in the end. Won his first World Heavyweight title in well over a decade, just to get ruined by Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, this was kind of expected. A lot of people were kind of bringing this up. This kind of plays into the account that the injury wasn't as big of a deal, or it probably wasn't even an injury at all. This whole time it probably was fake, and they just did it just to get everybody talking. But at the end of the day, Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion. This honestly opens up the door on what could be next, because CM Punk isn't going to go away that easily. So we'll see what happens. But that was a cool ending to the show, and it definitely really leads the door on what can happen tomorrow night with Cody and Cena. Like, we really don't know what's gonna happen with that. Obviously, we talked about it before. That match can go any other way, but the rest of the show was all right. The tag match, Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre. A lot of people will say that was probably the best match on the show. I mean, legitimately, Jelly Roll, again, actually played his part. He did his role pretty well. I was kind of surprised Drew and Logan Paul won. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought that was Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, but hey, like they said, you can't get that nice hero storybook ending every time. You had Tiffany defeated Jade. I was surprised this match was short the way it was. I was even more surprised that Tiffany even beat Jade. I honestly thought it was Jade's time, if I'm being like completely honest with you. And then ultimately, the match was actually pretty good for the most part. So I was just shockingly surprised it was that effing short. Sami Zayn and Karrion Cross. Uh, I think this is truly it for Karrion Cross. This is truly might be his last match in WWE. Again, his contract expiring and everything. I don't think he and Scarlett are going to resign. They might. I don't know. But if they don't, then this is it for Karrion Cross. As far as the match goes, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I wasn't really that into it. I didn't really care too much about it, if I'm being completely honest with you. But it is what it is. This has got to be the end. Sami Zayn and Karrion Cross, regardless of where they go with it. This has been going on far too long. I think both guys, especially Sammy, needs to go on to other things, if you know what I mean. Charlotte and Alexa, the Judgment Day match was actually pretty good. Charlotte and Alexa was probably the right call. I mean, they are just over right now, and the story that they're telling is actually pretty good. Like I said, the match itself was pretty good, and honestly, yeah, I was not mad at all with Charlotte and Alexa winning, and that's saying a lot because Charlotte is once again a champion in the WWE. The tag match opener was really good. Roman and Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. This was a really good opener. Definitely one of the better matches of night one. And, Roman and Jey, Braun and Bronson Reed, they got that spotlight. Even though they did not win the match, they still just being in the ring with Roman enough. So that match was really good. This was overall a pretty solid show. I do think night two was going to blow night one out of the water, but that's just me. We'll see what happens. And, yeah, man, that pretty much wraps it up.